Today, today we are going to study a new lesson, that is lesson 9. Study lesson 9. A bicycle in good repair. If you wish to go on a long bicycle ride, the bicycle should be in good condition. If possible, an expert mechanic should overhand it. But what happens if the machine has a wheel of its own and the mechanic knows next to nothing? That means only thing is what we have to do is okay. Now suppose we are going for a journey in a bicycle. The bicycle should be in good condition, isn't it? And that without that good condition, are you able to travel? Suppose think for a long distance. No, the condition of the bicycle should be very good. Then only for traveling it will help you, isn't it? And then if anything hands over it or any repair is needed, who should we be? We should be a good mechanic. If he is not a good mechanic, he will not be able to repair bicycle. Okay, so now we will see a bicycle in good repair. That means repairing in good condition. Repairing means condition. So a bicycle in good condition. How it is possible? Clear? A man I knew proposed one evening we should go for a long bicycle ride together on the following day, and I agreed. So the man, what did he say? He asked to accompany him for a ride on a bicycle, and it is a little far distance. And I agreed. So the I here refers to the narrator who is saying the story. So what did he do? He agreed to the man for that long bicycle ride. I got up early on that particular day, taking the preparation for the riding of the bicycle. I got up early. For me, I made an effort and was pleased with myself. He came half an hour late. I was waiting for him in the garden. It was a lovely day, he said. That is a good looking machine of yours. How does it run? So when that person who had said that he needs a bicycle ride, the narrator agreed with him. The narrator agreed with him. And what did he do? He was waiting for him and the person came half an hour late. So when he came, the bicycle was there. And looking at the bicycle, what did he say? It is a good looking machine. So good looking machine refers to the bicycle. Clear? How does it run? That means how is the size? Oh, like most of them I answered. That means it is same only like all other bicycle. Easy enough in the morning. Goes a little stiffy after lunch. That means in the morning it goes very fast. It is easy for riding. And in the afternoon, how stiffy. That means after lunch it is not in a smooth manner. He caught hold of it by the front wheel and fork and shook it violently, hardly. So what did he do? He caught hold of the front wheel and the fork and then shake it. Shook means shake it. I said don't do that. You will got it. That means the bicycle belongs to the narrator and the man who had come there. What did he do? He shook that bicycle very bad. Heavily he had shaken the bicycle. Then what did the narrator say? You don't do like that way. It will hurt. I did not see why he should shake it. It had not done anything to him. So the narrator was thinking, my bicycle did not do any harm to him, isn't it? Then why did he shake my bicycle very badly? Besides, if it wanted shaking, I was a proper person to do it, and the bicycle belongs to me. And if the bicycle needs any shake, I have to do it. Why that person had done it? I felt much as I should have been started watching my dog. Watching my guys? Yes, beating. Beating. Whacking means beating. I should have he started. Much as I should have he started whacking my dog. So he not only shaking the bicycle, at the same time he was beating his dog also. He said, this friend will wobbles. Wobbles means not moving easily. Wobble. Not moving easily. That means it is not in a proper way. It is shaking on the both sides. I said, it doesn't if you don't wobble it. That means I said, you don't please do anything. It did not wobble. As a matter of fact, nothing worth the calling it wobble. So he himself knows very well about his bicycle. But the person who had come over there, what did he say? He started finding fault in that bicycle. Understood? First he said was shaking it. Then secondly he said that the front wheel is not good. It is wobbling. He said, this is dangerous. That means if that balance is not straight, it is dangerous for riding. Have you got a hammer? So why did he ask for a hammer? No, because he now wanted to repair it, mend it. I ought to have been firm, but I thought that perhaps he really did know something about the business. So first I got angry. Why that person is asking hammer? Because he now is going to start to repair my bicycle. According to me, my bicycle is in good condition, but he is finding some fault over there, and he is now asking the hammer. So he wanted to repair it. But first I was angry, but secondly I thought that he may be knowing something about the bicycle. When I came back, so he went to take the tool shed to see what I could find. So he went to find the hammer. When I came back, he was sitting on the ground with the front wheel between his legs. He was playing with it, twirling it round between his fingers. The remnant of the machine was lying on the table palm beside me. So you can see in the picture. So when the narrator was coming with the hammer, what was this person doing? He had taken out that front wheel and put it in between his legs, and he was playing with it. And the remaining parts of the bicycle are lying next to him. See, you can see the picture. So now what he has done with the bicycle? He had taken out the front wheel of that bicycle, and he was sitting with that bicycle, and the remaining parts are lying on the ground. Here he said, it looks to me as if the bearings were wrong. So what did he say? Now totally the bicycle needs a repair. Everything are there in the wrong position. I said, don't you trouble about it anymore. You will make yourself tired. Let us put it back and get on. So what did the boy say? Now if you start the work, it takes time, and the whole thing has to be taken out. So better we will put it back, and now we will go according to what we have planned. What they have planned? To take a long bicycle ride. Understood now? Okay? I'll go through it once more. A man I knew proposed one evening we should go for a long bicycle ride together on the following day, and I agreed. So what did the man propose to do? They both should have a long bicycle ride, and the narrator agreed. I got up early, and he was making the preparation for the next day for the bicycle ride. He got up early for me I made an effort and was pleased with myself. So he was getting ready, got up early in the morning and was waiting for that person to come. He came half an hour late. So what the time he had said, he was late, half an hour late. I was waiting for him in the garden. It was a lovely day, he said. That's a good looking vision of yours. How does it run? So when he was waiting for the person, he was there with his bicycle also, isn't it? So as soon as the man had come, he saw him waiting there and the bicycle also was there. So he just looked at the bicycle and said, it is a good machine. Isn't that means the bicycle is perfectly good. And how is it running? Oh, like most of them, that means narrator said it is as every bicycle rides. It's early enough in the morning, easily enough in the morning, goes a little sleepy after lunch. So he said the bicycle is okay. It is like any other bicycle. He caught hold of it by the front wheel and fork and shook it violently. So after hearing that, what did he do? He went to the bicycle and he caught hold of the front wheel and the fork and he started shaking it. I said, don't do that, you will hurt me. So the narrator did not understand what the person was doing, isn't it? So he said, don't do like shaking, that shake it hardly, don't do it because it will hurt the bicycle. I did not see why he should shake it. He had not done anything to him. So the narrator was thinking why he had come to do that because the bicycle did not do to him anything. Besides, after all, if it wanted a shaking, I am the proper person to shake it, and if the bicycle belongs to me, and if the cycle need any shaking, I have to do it. I felt much as I should have been started beating my dog, and then he started beating the dog. Wacking means waiting. He said the front wheel wobbles. Again he was finding fault with the bicycle. He said the front wheel wobbles means move unsteadily, not moving in a proper position. I said it doesn't, you don't wobble it. That means he said, okay, it is okay only my bicycle, but you please don't do it like that. I did not wobble as a matter of fact, nothing worth the calling a wobble. So he himself knows that there was no problem, but the person has found that it is the front wheel is unsteady to move. That means it cannot move so in a proper way. The position is not in a good condition. He said, this is dangerous. Have you got a hammer? So he said, with that wobbling the front wheel, you will not be able to ride the bicycle perfectly. So you bring a hammer, I can mend it, I will repair for it. I ought to have been firm, but I thought perhaps he really didn't know something about the business. So I was getting angry, the narrator was getting angry, and he wanted to say that no need, you don't do anything to my bicycle, but did not want to make that person feel anything. So what did he do? He thought himself, maybe he is doing about something about the repairing of the bicycle. When I came back, then he went to the tool shed to get the machine hammer. When I went to the tool shed to see what I could find, so he asked for the hammer, so he went to the tool shed. When I came back, he was sitting on the ground with the front wheel set between his legs and was playing with it. And when he came with the hammer, what was the scene he had seen? The person had taken out the front wheel and he was putting the front wheel in between his legs. He was sitting on the ground and the wheel in between his legs, and he was winding it. That means circulating it. The remnant of the machine are lying on the middle part of the cycle, and the remaining part of the bicycle. Only the front wheel is there with him, and the remaining part of the bicycle are lying on the side. Yeah. Understood now? He said, it looks to me as if the body is being. So what did he say? When I looked at the bicycle, I had found that all the things are not in the proper position. Don't you trouble about it anymore. Don't you trouble about it anymore. You will make yourself tired. Let us put it back and start going to repair the bicycle, it takes a lot of time. So it is better we will put it back and we will go for the ride. He said, we may as well see what is the matter with it. Now it is out. He talked as though it had dropped out by accident. So what did he say? No, before going we have to see what is the problem of this bicycle. We may as well see what is the matter with it. So we have to find out what's the problem with the bicycle. He talked as though it had dropped out by accident. So he was talking as if the whole bicycle was given to him for repairment. Before I could stop him, he had unscrewed something somewhere and out rolled all over the path some dozens or so little balls. There are balls in the bicycle, small balls are there in the bicycle. So he had opened the screw, some part of the bicycle, and all of a sudden all the screws from inside had scattered on the ground. Steel balls, yes, in the bicycle. Those who are having the bicycle, they may be knowing steel balls are there, and they are being screwed also. Dozen or so little balls. Catch them, he shouted. Catch them. We mustn't lose any of them. He is quite excited about it. So the whole small balls started rolling and it was scattered all over the area. Because there are more small balls are inside. So everything came out where all of a sudden and they rolled to different places. And what did the person there? Catch them. Because we have to put them all back. If those balls are not put in the proper way, in the correct place, what will happen again? The cycle will not run smoothly. Understood? So what did the person call up? To catch hold of all that rolling balls. We rode around for half an hour and found 16. So how many of them they got? They got about 16 balls. They got 16 balls. He said we hope we have got them on because if not, it would make a serious difference in the machine. I put them for safety in my hat. It was not a sensible thing to do. I agreed. So he said that if those are all the balls which have come out of the bicycle, if they are not in the correct number and if they are not put back in the correct order, what will happen? The machine will not work again properly. So the whole thing has to be put in the correct place and in the correct number only, isn't it? So he said to catch them all. And again, what did the narrator do? Not to lose it. He had collected all. How many of them there were? 16 of them were. He collected all them and put it in his hat. And he knows that accidentally or by mistake, if he takes the hat, what happens? Again, all these balls will roll to different directions, isn't it? Still, that was the only safe place for him to put everything. So he had collected all the balls and put them safely inside the hat. Clear to you? So once more, that will be read. A man I know proposed one evening we should go for a long bicycle ride together on the following day, and I agreed. I got up early for me and made an effort and was pleased with myself. He came half an hour late. I was waiting for him in the garden. It was a lovely day, he said. That is a good looking machine of yours. How does it run? Oh, like most of them, I answered. Easily enough in the morning, goes a little stiffly after lunch. He caught hold of it by the front wheel and the fork and shook it violently. I said, don't do that, you will hurt it. I did not see why he should shake it. It had not done anything to him. Besides, if it wanted a shake, I am the proper person to shake it. I felt much as I should have. He started hooking me back in my tongue. He said, this friend will wobbles. I said, it doesn't if you don't wobble it. It did not wobble as a matter of fact. Nothing worth the calling wobble. He said, this is dangerous. Have you got an hammer? I ought to have been firm, but I thought that perhaps he really did know something about the business. When I went to the tool shed to see what I could find, when I came back, he was sitting on the ground with the front wheel between his legs. He was playing with it, twirling it out between his fingers. The remnant of the machine were lying on the gravel path beside him. He said, "It looks to me as if the bearings were all wrong." I said, "Don't you trouble about it anymore. You will make yourself tired. Let us put it back and then get on." He said, "We may as well see what is the matter with it. Now it is out." He talked as though it had dropped off by accident. Before I could stop him, he had unscrewed something somewhere, and out rolled all over the park some dozen or so little balls. "Catch them," he said, shouted, "catch them. We mustn't lose any of them." He was quite excited about it. We groaned around for half an hour and found 16. He said he hoped we had got them all, because if not, it would make a serious difference to the machine. I put them for safety in my hat. It was not a sensible thing to do, I admit. First one, I got up early for me. It implies that he was an early riser. He was a late riser. He got up late that morning. Which is the correct one? I got up early for me. That means what is the correct answer? It implies that he was an he was an early riser. He was an early riser. Next, the bicycle moves easily enough in the morning and a little stiffy after lunch. The remark is humorous, inaccurate, sarcastic, or enjoyable, or meaningless. Yes, humorous. It is of fun, isn't it? Does the cyclist have breakfast, lunch, and everything? No. It depends on the person who is riding, isn't it? So humorous, then enjoyable. That means here the narrator was saying according to him, isn't it? That means we say when in the lunch, breakfast, and that means in the morning. Then enjoyable, and then yes, these two, isn't it? So in a humor way or in a fun only, he was saying that because bicycle is not having lunch or breakfast, isn't it? Because the person who is riding the bicycle, it is according to the mood of the person who is riding the bicycle. So in the morning, it is very easily to run. That means what? Morning, fresh. That time, it is easy to run means energetic, isn't it? Then after lunch, it is how it is? After lunch, it is sippy. That means after lunch, you will feel tired of riding the bicycle because the stomach is full, and that time doing that work is not easy also, isn't it? So it is only just showing humorous and enjoyable. Next one. The friend shook the bicycle violently. Find 2 or 3 sentences in the text which express the author's disapproval. Disapproval means not approving to the work what the person was doing. That means what he said, the cycle belongs to me, and if any shake is needed, I have to do it. Isn't it? That is the first one. Second one, doesn't the person said that the front wheel is having the wobble and it has to be mended, isn't it? And thirdly, what did he do? He had taken out the front wheel of the bicycle and he had left the remaining parts on the ground. And then that time he was saying that put it back, let us go. Next one, if not, it would make a serious difference to the machine. What does it refers to? If not, it would make that is wobbling. What he said that the cycle is not in the good condition and if you go with the wobbling, what happens? That means all the bearings are not in the proper place, and if it happens, what happens? It is very dangerous. So we have to put it up. Then what did he do? He had unscrewed. He had taken out the screw from somewhere, and after taking out the screw, what happened? About 16 balls, small balls had come out, and it went to different direction, and he had to catch them all, isn't it? Because if it is not been put correctly, the correct number to the same place, what happens? It will be very dangerous for the bicycle, isn't it? So that means losing of that balls will make the bicycle danger for riding, isn't it? So what did he say? To collect them everything without losing. And the narrator, what did he do? He had collected all about 16, and he know that it is not safe to put on his hat, but still he had collected them in his hat and waited for it. Understood now? Now going to the next part. He then said that while he was about it, he would see to the chain for me. So now front part is taken, bicycle is taken, that front part of the wheel is taken out. Then he had taken out the balls. Now he is what he is doing. He was saying about the chain, and at once began taking of the gear gas. Then after that, he opened the gear gas. I did try to dissuade him from that. I told him what an experienced friend of mine once said to me solemnly, if anything goes wrong with your gear case, sell the machine and buy a new one. It comes cheaper. So he had, one of his friends a long time before had said, if any problem is coming in the gear case of a bicycle, it is better not to replace it. You have to give it back and buy a new one. Understood? Because the old gear case, with the old gear case, it is not comfortable for a bicycle to run again in a proper way. He then said that while he was about it, he would see to the chain for me, and at once began taking off the gear case. I did try to dissuade him. I tried, dissuade means prevent him. Dissuade, prevent. So he tried to prevent him not to do it, stop him. Understood? From try to stop. Yes, this to prevent or stop. Taking out the gear case. Understood? Friend, him. I told him what an experienced friend of mine once said to me. Also, then finally, I said to him what one of my friend had said a long time before. So what did the old friend had said? If anything goes wrong with your gear case, see the machine, sell the machine and buy a new one. It comes cheaper. So it is better. That means for buying the new gear case, it is more expensive than buying a bicycle. So it is better you sell it, you give it and buy a new machine. It will be the cheaper one. Understood now? Because the cost of the gear case is more expensive than the cost of the bicycle. So it is better to sell the machine. He said, people talk like that who understand nothing about machines. Nothing is easier than taking off a gear case. But the person, what did the man say? It is easy for anybody to take out the gear case. Understood? People talk like that who understand nothing about. So according to him, what he said, so what the friend had once said, suppose if any problem is or any wrong is with the gear case, it is better to sell it and buy a new machine. That is the cheaper thing, isn't it? Why? Because gear case is more expensive than the machine, isn't it? So it is better to sell it and buy a new one. So when he had said this, what the friend had said, while the man was taking out the gear case, what did he say? Because he did not know anything about the gear case or anything about the bicycle. That is why he had said like that. So those people who know very well about the gear case of a bicycle, they will not speak like this. I had to confess he was right. Then he thought, okay, maybe because he is an expert person in the business. Which business? Repairman, repairing the machine. So what the narrator, what did he do? He said, okay, maybe like that my friend is wrong. In less than 5 minutes, he had the gear case in 2 pieces. So after 5 minutes, he saw the gear case in 2 pieces lying on the path and was going for screws, and he was running to take out the screws. He said it was always a mystery to him the way screws disappear. So after taking out all the screws, the gear case had come into 2 pieces and they were lying on the ground, and he was searching for the screw. And the same time he was saying that all the time he is having this mistake. When the screws are taken out, it is very difficult for him to find out where are the screws. So, can you say he was an expert repairer? No, he was not an expert repairer. From all this we can understand it, isn't it? Because he is not bothered about the things what he is taken. Suppose a screw and all are small things, and if we lose it, it is very difficult to replace it, isn't it? Because we have to find up the same size and quality and everything. So certain screws from where the things what we are taking, we have to be very sharp with it. We have to be very keen with it to keep it safely, isn't it? If one loses, that will make the whole machine or whatever the things we are doing into complicated. Yes or no? Yes. He then said that while he was about it, he would see to the chain for me, and at once began taking off the gear case. I did try to dissuade him from that. I told him that what an experienced friend of mine once said to me solemnly, if anything goes wrong with your gear case, sell the machine and buy a new one. It comes cheaper. He said people talk like that who understand nothing about the machines. Nothing is easier than taking off a gear case. I had to confess he was right. In less than 5 minutes, he had the gear case in 2 pieces, lying on the path and was going for screws. Blowing means looking for. He said it was always a mystery to him the way screws disappear. So after losing all the screws, he is saying that it is a habit that comes when he is taking out the screws. That means many times it can happen to him that once the screws are taken, he finds difficult to get it all back. So now there we will stop, and for the next episode we will continue and finish the lesson. And one more lesson is left to wait you. So by the next week we will be able to complete it.